Hi guys, welcome to this video. No idea when you're gonna see it. It is currently October 11th, I think. And I'm gonna start building a shed today. I'm doing this one all by myself and I think I can do it. Here's the thing. My Borders horses, Cash and April over here, they need a shelter before winter. And so I'm gonna try to build one out here. My dad has helped me build 2 other ones, but I think he's kind of tired of building them. So I'm gonna try to build this one totally myself. And it might not be perfect, but like I feel like I know enough at this point that it won't just like fall down, you know? So I got my post hole digger and my tape measure. I'm thinking a 12 by 10. Should be plenty big for 2 or 3 horses that will be in this lot. Right now there's just the 2, so I think it's gonna be fine. But yeah, I'm gonna try to build this all myself, so stay tuned. I'm gonna start digging my first hole for my first post. Okay, I got my first hole dug. I'm hoping it's big enough. It's about 1 foot across each way and 3 foot deep. Ugh, that took forever. I had to keep dumping water because the ground is so rock solid. Hasn't rained here in like 2 months, so it's like literally just pounding into like a board. Like it's so hard. So yeah, there's that one. And now I'm gonna take a break. Okay. I've got my 2 corner, like the back side holes dug for the posts. And my dad was telling me about how to make a perfect square with like some math formula. And I'm pretty sure a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So that whatever c squared is what my length from this diagonal to that one needs to be. And I'm kind of struggling to figure it out, not gonna lie, but I'm pretty sure it's 15.5. So we're gonna go with that. I might have to call my dad, I don't know. Okay. My holes are dug. I dragged the power poles in here, but I need to cut them because like this one, you can't see it, but this one has a bad end on it. And they're kind of different lengths. So I need 2 of them to be 10 feet and 2 of them to be 12 feet. I don't remember how long they all are, so I'm gonna remeasure them and cut them accordingly. I'm just gonna do that. Not 100% confident this is gonna go in, but if it doesn't, I'm kind of screwed. I'm also not 100% sure I'm gonna be able to lift it in there, but I'm gonna give it a whirl. So we'll see what happens. Can't run this little fella over. Okay, this should be about 7 feet because I made the hole 3 feet deep. Where's my tape measure's holding up my phone. Like right at the 7 foot mark. I'm good. I am good. I don't know about the other one. The other one's a lot larger, so I might not be able to get it. You know, maybe. I don't know. It's not that big. And it should drop in. 7? Yeah. So, what? There. No, there it is. most of that. I was just leverage. Well, I was trying to stabilize it. I bought some boards and some ring shank nails. These were 30D, 4.5 inches. And I'm gonna start putting up some boards. Fuck off, cat. This cat has been following me around all freaking day. My 3 boards for around the bottom are treated, and then the rest of them are not. So, got my level, got my hammer. Plenty long, maybe a little too long. The level doesn't lie. Okay, so it's obviously not perfectly square. You can't really tell from this angle, I guess. But yeah, so like this corner cocks outward just a little bit, and the board on this side is the same length as the board on that side. So it's not quite perfect, but you know what? I'm okay with it. It's a horse shed. It's not a house. I think it's gonna be fine. And the poles are cemented in anyways, so they're not coming out. But I think it'll be fine. All right. So I've made a couple mistakes in my framing work. I also have this nice little microphone now, so I don't have to yell at you guys. But I did a couple of things wrong, neither of which I think are fatal, but they're not ideal. So the first thing I did was I bought the wrong sized header board. So the header that I originally bought is now on that side on the top, on the far side, because I bought a 2x10x10 and I needed a 2x10x12. So I had to switch those 2 boards. So the header now is just a 2x8 rather than a 2x10. Like, I think it'll be fine, but I would have liked the 2x10 there for better support. And it's honestly like, it could be 3 inches longer. Like, it's just barely like long enough to nail to telephone poles. So I fear that a lot of the load will be sitting on the nails. But we're just gonna work with it. If I have to redo it in the future, I guess that's what we have to do. The second thing I did, hopefully the wind is not getting all up in my microphone. The second thing I did was I nailed this top board all the way in prematurely. So over here, I put in 3 nails, and I shouldn't have done that yet because this needs to come out and be moved up like 4 inches. So that was my $13 mistake because they're too strong. Like, the nails are too strong. I'm not heavy enough to pry them out. So I had to go to the store and buy some blades for my Sawzall that I'm just gonna have to cut those nails and move it up to be at the right height. Otherwise, like, this corner is going to like be too sloped down compared to that corner. They're not going to be level across. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do now. So I'm gonna try to cut those and put them back where they're supposed to be. Pray to God that puppy doesn't have to come loose again. Now, ideally, I wouldn't side this yet until I have the roof framed in. But until I get the money to buy more boards to frame in the roof, it's getting colder out. So I'm just gonna go ahead and side it. I've already did, you can see that side and this side in front of me. But I'm gonna start doing the back. All right, we officially have siding on 3 sides. So the 2 ends are red because that's what I had left from the last shed that we built. So I just used that leftover. And the back is brown because we just redid the roof on our house and this was left over from that. So I'm gonna put a row of screws in the bottom, and then really all that's left is to just do the roof and get some corner pieces on. So I'll see you guys when we do that. Okay, Mel's helping me today. We're hopefully gonna finish this thing. And she's not gonna talk because she lost her voice, but right now we're doing the roof joists. So I don't know if you can see this from there, but we're hanging these joist hangers, what they're called. And so we're hanging these first so that we can put our 2x6s across the top. And then we'll do 1x's across the top again, the opposite direction. But we're gonna go ahead and hang these first. We've got them all marked out already. We just need to nail them in. Okay, I'm gonna have to voice over a bunch of this because my microphone just stopped working. And this is why I hate technology. But basically, once we hung these joist hangers on the back, you could tell that they just were not even remotely gonna line up with the ones in the front because this wall on the left side is wonky, which kind of just messed everything up. And the building is not square. So we decided to make some adjustments and just kind of eyeball the ones in the front so that our joists would be straight across and line up with the ones on the other side. So I cut the joists the length that we needed and got them pretty close. So we got those hung and nailed in. And once we got those secure, we went ahead and put the 1x's across the top. I got these 1x's from my dad. He just had them stored in a barn. So we're going to make use of them. And they are 1x6s. So like they're pretty wide. And they were actually 16 feet long. So they were plenty long to go across this thing. And I just had to cut off the extra on the end. So we got those up there, evenly spaced them as much as we could. They're going to look a little weird, and it's just going to look weird because the building's not perfectly square, but I think it's going to be strong enough and it's going to be fine. So we hammered all of this in with ring shank nails, and I put 2 nails in each board crossing. So where the top board meets the joist, I put 2 nails there to really anchor it down and make it strong. So we ended up putting 5 boards across the top about every 2 feet. But because my one wall is weird, they kind of have to fan out. Like you can see that it's just weird. It looks weird. It doesn't look straight across because the board in the very front had to be a little farther apart than the other ones. And we just barely finished up before dark. So this is a clip of me up on the roof putting the tin on that Mel got, and we had just enough tin to do, we actually had a little more. We had a little bit left over. So we got the roof tinned over and screwed down, and so all we have left to do is do the corner pieces. All right, guys, don't mind April's butt right here in our way. But that concludes our video on my shed. I have a whole shed. Look at that. Now, it's obviously not totally finished. I still need to put the corner like wrap pieces on it. And then eventually, hopefully soon, I'm going to put kickboards on the inside, but that's all just kind of little things that I'll do as I go, but the whole structure is up. Honestly, I'm really proud of it. I know it's not perfect, it's not great. There's definitely some mistakes. This was totally a learning experience for me. I've never built a structure like this on my own. The only thing I've ever built myself was my chicken coop, and that thing is lopsided. But it still stands. But this is the first like structure that I've built. So I'm sure you guys will have plenty of advice for me in the comments. Please be kind, be constructive, but not mean. Like, I mean, I think it's going to be fine. Like I said, this is for just for some horses to stand in to get out of the weather. I'm not building a house or anything, but yeah, I'm really proud of how it turned out. And I built a whole shed. So the horses were just standing in here before I pressed record. So they're like, why are you out here bothering us? But I learned a lot. I learned some things that next time I'll pay a little more attention to and figure out a little bit more. But the horses have somewhere to get out of the elements this winter, and actually in the next couple weeks the weather's supposed to get really bad, so I'm glad we got this done at least in time for that, so they can get out of the snow or the rain or whatever if they need to. And that's what matters, right? As long as they got a roof over their heads, we're good. But thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. And if you're a 20-something-year-old girl like me that is learning as you go, step by step, you can do hard things. That's my TED Talk. So thanks guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. April, don't get out of here.